Did you know you can set limitations on an iPad using a feature called Guided Access? This is a nice feature that allows you to lock the iPad into one app. You can do this for unlimited time, or you can even set a time limit. So maybe after 5 minutes or 10 minutes of use in one app, the iPad is automatically locked. What a great idea to help students focus while using a device. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn on your guided access. Okay, so to be able to use the guided access option, we need to turn it on in the settings of your iPad. So let's go ahead and tap your settings icon to open that up. In the settings, you need to go to General. And in General, you're going to go to Accessibility. So if you tap Accessibility to open that up, and Accessibility, just scroll down a little way until you get to Guided Access. And then go ahead and tap the Guided Access tab. In Guided Access, just go ahead and you want to turn this on by tapping the switch on the right side. When you turn it on, it gives you the option to set up your passcode right here. So if we go into passcode settings, I'm going to set the Guided Access passcode. Now the nice thing about setting the passcode is it's going to make you enter it twice to make sure you've entered exactly what you want it to be. If you want to do the Touch ID, you could. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it at the Guided Access passcode. If you go back out, there are some options for the time limits. And this isn't actually setting up the time limits, but it's deciding if you want to have a sound giving a warning for time running out, or if you want it to speak. And what it does is it warns you that half of your time is up, so that someone knows when they are running out of time in an app they are using. So that is all it takes to turn on the Guided Access option on your iPad. And again, what this does is it locks the iPad into one app. Okay, so next what we're going to do is just go through how simple it is to use Guided Access to lock the iPad into one app. So first of all, what you need to do is just pick the app you're going to use. Let's just use iBooks today. So I'm going to tap and open iBooks. Once I'm in the iBook, I can just go ahead and what I'm going to do is triple tap my home button. And it's that simple. It shows you Guided Access has started. Now I can read my book, but I can't get out of this. If I try and get out of this app by touching the home button, it tells me, nope, Guided Access is enabled. Triple click the home button to get out. So if I triple tap again, what it does is it brings up my passcode page, and to get out I would need to enter the passcode. If the student doesn't know the passcode, they cannot get out of the app. So let's just get out right now to take a look at the other options that we have. Oops. If you enter the wrong passcode, you have to hold off for about 10 seconds. Each time you try, it gets longer. Okay, so then here are the options I have when I'm in when I've entered the triple tap with the right passcode. If I click the end at the top left corner, it would end this and it would bring me back to full access to all of my apps. In the top right corner, I can click resume. In the bottom right corner, here's kind of a nice option. It's called the time limit option. If you tap that, what it does, if I turn on my time limits, is I can set how long someone can use the app on the iPad. So if I set it for 10 minutes, after 10 minutes, the iPad is just locked up and no app at all can be used. It doesn't let you out of it. It just says your time is up and you need to stop using the device. It's kind of a cool feature. Maybe if you want to say you can read for 10 minutes, if you want to lock somebody into a quiz, lock them into an app that they can only use for so long, that's how you would do this. So that's it. That's how easy it is to use Guided Access. It's a nice way to help a student focus, to keep maybe a child from getting into the iPad apps that you don't want them to. And just keep in mind, you go from settings. Once it's turned on, just remember your passcode. And enjoy this nice option on iPads. So I think there's a lot of reasons that you might want to use this. It's a nice way to help a student stay focused, just to be in one app. A student that might easily get distracted and end up in all kinds of apps. It's a great way to limit screen time. You can say, this is something you might want to show parents, to say, let your child use their device for 10 minutes or 20 minutes using guided access. You can use this if a student is taking a quiz in your classroom and you might not be specifically monitoring that device. This is also a great way if you have a younger child using a device, maybe your phone or something, and you don't want them to accidentally get into the wrong app. Maybe you just want to let them be playing in one app that you have. So I think those are just a few good reasons to use guided access. Again, easy to get into, easy to turn on, and easy to get out of. Just remember, don't forget your password. And enjoy guided access.